Remember TLC? No, not the shitty TV channel that used to show educational programs and now just pumps out shows about fat people, and fat pregnant people. The shitty 90s girl group. There's only 2 of them left. The third one died in the 2000s, but that's not stopping them from releasing a new album. Also not stopping them? They apparently stuck zippers on their own purses. You see, T-Boz and Chili are taking this to the streets. And by streets, I mean Kickstarter, where they want the fans to pay for the production of their new album. Now, every time I see some celebrity or someone who has money put a project on Kickstarter, the same thing always comes to mind. Why aren't these fuckers funding this themselves? Well, Chili has the answer. People may say, hey, you are celebrities. Why can't you just pay for it yourself? But it doesn't work that way. There's a lot that goes into it. Oh, there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot that goes into it, everybody. That explains why they aren't spending their own money to make this album. It's because a lot goes into it. Oh boy, do I feel fucking stupid. Everyone, I'd just like to speak with Chili privately for a moment. Please, turn your speakers down. And Chili, please, lean toward your speakers. I need to whisper something to you. Are you there? Is everyone else gone? Okay, here it is. Fuck you, you cheap, opportunistic bitch! I discussed this in my crowdfunding video last July. Charity has no place in capitalism. You want to create a product that you will then sell to people? Do it. But either back it yourself, or get people to invest that will see a return if it's successful, or want to hunt you for sport if it's not and they lose their money. Now, last time I talked about this, a bunch of you got pissy, especially those of you that like giving money to indie video game developers. Some of you probably cried about Broken Age in the last 6 weeks on Reddit. But despite even having seen some interesting products, I just can't budge on this. Many of the comments, including this guy's, claimed it's the same as a pre-order. After calling me an asshole, which is the only thing he's right about in this post, he says, crowdfunding is the same as buying something in the store, only you pay up front. That's it. No, that's not it. With Kickstarter, if you're even buying anything, you're buying vaporware. When you pre-order something, which by the way I also don't do for video games or movies or things they make millions of copies of, they won't run out, and they especially won't run out of digital copies, you're generally only doing so when that thing is either nearly completed, or completed and just being mass-produced, printed, whatever. With this, you're pre-ordering something that, most of the time, doesn't even exist. In the case of this TLC album, they haven't recorded a note. They may not even be finished writing the lyrics for their songs, or the music itself. Assuming they even write their own music or lyrics, maybe they need to pay for some of that too. The other difference between crowdfunding and pre-ordering, if you pre-order a game from GameStop, Best Buy, whatever, and it never comes out, you get your money back. If you give money for this album, they reach their goal but it doesn't come out, you're shit out of luck. This TLC Kickstarter says if you give them $15, you'll get a digital copy of the album when/if it comes out. For $10, you get a list of their favorite songs and a copy of one song when they make it. For $5, you get to vote for a song. So, say you spend $10, then, assuming you're doing this to help them get the album made, you now have to spend full price to buy the album when it comes out. That is charity. That's donating to people. That's not pre-ordering. On a pre-order, most places will let you give them a deposit, and then you pay the remainder of what you owe when the item comes out. And you still get any bonuses, like if it comes with extra DLC or some shit. There are lots of other Kickstarters where you don't get the product, or the product is going to be worth a lot more than $15. And this has nothing to do with me being a fan of the product or not. No, I don't like TLC. But if Norm Macdonald, probably my favorite comedian of all time, said tomorrow he was making a sequel to Dirty Work and he wanted to crowdfund it, he could go fuck himself. I'll pay to watch it when it's in the theater. 2/3 of TLC need $150,000 to make an album? Between the two of them, they can't cough it up and make the fucking thing? It is essential that we create our final album completely on our own terms, without any restrictions, and with you. You're important because without your money, they don't have a cushion to fall back on in the very possible event that this album fails to sell well because it's not 1996 anymore, and few people are excited to buy an album featuring a fraction of TLC. But what the fuck do I know? I'm just a dumb old dinosaur who hates change. I should be happy to give money to people who already have money to maybe get a thing, but possibly not. That's how commerce should work, right? I'm wrong, everyone else is right. I need to go sit on my porch and tell kids to get off my lawn and yell at them about how, back in my day, you bought stuff once it actually existed. So they can go, fuck that crazy old man. Someone should put him out of his misery. But they don't, and I just sit there mumbling to myself until my hover chair I bought from a Kickstarter arrives in 10 more weeks. 15 if they can't get all the bugs out of the navigational software, and never if they just give up trying to create it.